Hello friends, welcome to today's discussion. Today's discussion is on the topic Case Study of Ranitidine FDA alert. Coming to the contents, it includes introduction, problem, timeline, FDA's answer to certain relevant questions. We all know that what is ranitidine? We all know the answer of the question what is ranitidine? It is a medicine which reduces the amount of acid in the stomach and which is used for gastroesophageal reflux disease and also to prevent and treat stomach ulcers. Ranitidine is not currently available in the UK or globally. What is the reason? Because it has been discontinued as a precaution because it may contain small amount of impurity N-nitroso-dimethylamine, that is NTMA, which has been linked to increased risk of cancer in animals. And NTMA is probable human carcinogen also. FDA has found that NTMA levels in some ranitidine products increase with time and temperature, posing a risk to consumers. And therefore, the agency has requested to withdraw all the ranitidine products in the US market. The problem is ranitidine FDA alert. Detailed study include in the summer of 2019, FDA became aware of independent laboratory testing that found NTMA in ranitidine. Low levels of NTMA is commonly ingested in the diet. For example, NTMA is present in the food and in the water. These low levels would not be expected to lead to an increase in the risk of cancer. However, sustained higher levels of exposure it may lead to increased risk of cancer in humans. FDA conducted thorough investigation and laboratory tests and found out that NDMA in ranitidine at low levels. At the time, the agency did not have enough scientific evidence to recommend whether individuals should continue or to stop taking ranitidine medicines. And FDA continued its investigation and warned the public in September 2019 of the potential risk and to consider alternative OTC and prescription treatment. FDA testing and evaluation prompted by information from third-party laboratories confirmed that NDMA levels increase in ranitidine even under normal condition. And NDMA has been found to increase significantly in samples stored at higher temperature, including temperature the product may be exposed during its distribution and handling by the consumers. Timeline of the events monitored by FDA which results in the recall of ranitidine includes the starting was at 30/9/2019 when a statement has been released by FDA alerting patients and healthcare professionals of NDMA found in samples of ranitidine. In 24/9/2019, a press release was released by FDA announced that voluntary recall of Santac ranitidine capsule following detection of the impurity. And in 26/9/19, a statement was released alerting the patients as well as the healthcare professionals for voluntary recall of ranitidine medicine. And in 2/10/2019, FDA provides update on testing of medicine for ranitidine for NTMA impurities. And in 23/10/2019, FDA released additional NDMA testing method and alerts also. Then in 28/10/19, an update has been released for alerting healthcare professionals and patients. Then 1/11/2019, laboratory testing for NDMA in ranitidine has been started, and at the same date, a statement has been released from Center for Drug Evaluation and Research on new testing results including the levels of impurities in ranitidine drugs. And in 8/11/2019, FDA allowed the patients as well as the healthcare professionals to Aurobindo recall of prescription and over-the-counter ranitidine. 12/9/2019, an update was released. Then in 22/11/2019, an update was released in alerting patients and healthcare professionals to repackaging voluntary recall of ranitidine. In 4/12/2019, update was released. Additional testing of ranitidine and nisatidine as part of agency's ongoing alert to help ensure product safety. Then in 18/12/2018, update was released alerting patients and healthcare professionals to Glenmark's voluntary recall of ranitidine. And 8/1/2020 statement has been released by the healthcare professionals, an alert for healthcare professionals About the Milan's voluntary recall of Nisatidine, then 8/1/2020 update has been released to alert the patients and healthcare professionals in two voluntary recalls of ranitidine. 27/2/2020 update has been released allowed patients and healthcare professionals to American Health Packaging voluntary recall of ranitidine. And in 1/4/2020, press release has been released about the requesting the removal of all ranitidine products Santac from the market. And in 16/4/2020, update is released alerting patients and healthcare professionals on Amneal's voluntary recall of ranitidine. These are the timeline and coming to answers for some specific related questions or some specific questions related to ranitidine by FDA. The first question was this: why are ranitidine products being withdrawn from the market? You may all get an idea. The reason is that FDA is requesting market withdrawal of all the OTC ranitidine products from the US market. This means the ranitidine will not be available for use in the US. The agency is taking the action because FDA laboratory testing results showed that levels of NDMA in ranitidine may increase to unacceptable levels over time. The test also showed that NDMA levels increase in some ranitidine products when the drug is exposed to higher than room temperature. Based on these findings, FDA has determined that many currently marketed ranitidine products could expose consumers to unacceptable health risk, especially the risk of cancer. All ranitidine products, including the oral liquid syrup, will be withdrawn by the manufacturers and it is not available in the US market. Next question: will ranitidine be available again in the future? If they answer the question, if a company can show thorough scientific data through that their ranitidine product is stable and the NTMA level do not increase over time to unsafe levels, FDA may consider allowing ranitidine product based on the US market. Based on the US market. Next question was: are injectable forms of ranitidine impacted? Yes, all formulations of ranitidine are affected by this action. Then, what is the source of NDMA in ranitidine? This is an ongoing investigation actually. The agency is working to fully determine the root cause. NDMA was present in both the finished drug samples and the active pharmaceutical ingredients that the FDA tested. The FDA simulated gastric fluid and simulated intestinal fluid testing results illustrated that NDMA was not formed in the condition of the stomach or intestine. However, FDA's recent laboratory testing results demonstrated the levels of NDMA in some ranitidine finished drug products increasing over time at room temperature. Increased temperature also resulted in increased levels of NDMA in some ranitidine finished products. Why didn't FDA catch this impurity when the product was initially approved? FDA answered this question as drug manufacturers and FDA continually gain new knowledge about the drug, which is why FDA constantly evaluates quality and safety information over time. As testing methods have become more sophisticated and sensitive, FDA and industry can identify and mitigate previously unknown risks to patients. Thorough extensive investigation and information sharing with international regulatory agencies and private sector laboratories, the agency is now able to scientifically show that there are increased temperature can cause increased levels of NDMA in some ranitidine products, which may possess a healthcare or health risks such as carcinogenicity. So these are the questions which is answered by the FDA. And from all the discussion, I think you may all get an idea that the reason for the withdrawal of ranitidine, voluntary recall of ranitidine from the market is the presence of NDMA, which is an impurity, which is a potent carcinogen to humans. And due to the presence of that impurity, and it was found out that it is present in the normal room temperature, and also the concentration increase as the temperature is more than room temperature, and also during the storage stage also it was found out that the concentration of NDMA levels are increasing, and this is the reason why ranitidine has been recalled from the market. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. Please do support and express your valuable suggestions. Thank you.